The semifinals in both conferences have already begun, and we're just gonna go ahead and give you our breakdown list of who's gonna win and why. We're gonna start with the Eastern Conference semis. Of course, Toronto already took a 1-0 lead. Kawhi had 45. I always had Toronto winning that series. I have them winning the series in 6 games. I don't think game 1 is a true indicator of what Philly can do. I think they're going to steal maybe 1 game off on the Toronto's floor. If Orlando was able to do it, Philly could be possibly able to do it. And they're still figuring everything out. The issue with Philly is they play like a lot of de facto street ball. Give the ball to Ben Simmons, let him operate a la fake LeBron. And what they're going to have to understand is they're going to have to run a lot more sets against a disciplined Toronto defense. The reason I really have Toronto winning the series, of course, is because they have the best player on the floor, which is Kawhi Leonard. But I never saw the emergence of Pascal Siakam. I thought the Orlando series was an aberration, but obviously it's not a fluke. And he had like 22 in the first half of game 1. So if he's playing that way, he really negates the fact of Kyle Lowry having bad games. Because Kawhi Leonard was always going to have a running mate in Pascal Siakam or in Danny Green. So that really helps the Toronto Raptors' case in winning this series. Because we all know Kyle Lowry is going to drop duds. He's going to drop a bunch of duds in this series. Point blank period. It's inevitable. So that's why I got it to be a 6-game series. I don't think it's going to be a quick series. I think it's going to be a 6-game series where the Toronto Raptors take care of business. Moving on to the Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks. This is a pick'em series. Of course, Milwaukee had the best record during the regular season, but the Celtics eliminated Milwaukee last year. Now, both of these teams are different. Milwaukee has more shooters. Celtics have Kyrie Irving. And when you look at the series, it's like, do you want to base it on regular season success or what your eye test tells you? And essentially common sense. Because as much as Milwaukee was dominant against the Detroit Pistons didn't have anybody. Blake Griffin was injured for most of the series. He tried to play basically on one leg. He had knee surgery the other day. You're looking at a Celtics team when Milwaukee's going to play them. I agree, they don't have anybody that can guard Giannis Antetokounmpo. They have people that can slow him down. And slowing somebody down can hurt the team for the Milwaukee Bucks. So, and on the other hand, there's nobody that can slow down Kyrie Irving, in my estimation. And the way that Brad Stevens, the Celtics play, they play with a great system. Milwaukee is a tough team, though, because one of the things you have to factor in is foul trouble. And if they get Marcus Morris or Al Horford in foul trouble, and then you got Robin Lopez, it's Brook Lopez, right? Brook Lopez hitting those threes, that extends the defense, and Milwaukee has shooters now, so Giannis can operate one-on-one. There's not a lot of traps you can put him in. Essentially, though, I'm going to go with the Boston Celtics. I think it's going to be a 6 to 7 game series because Boston has shown the propensity to drop games or not shoot well, and that plays in Milwaukee's favor. You're not shooting well, Milwaukee's going to pound you inside. So I really think that the Celtics have this, though, because they're the East Coast version of the Warriors. They have length and speed and athleticism at essentially every position. They can guard all 5 positions. And they have Kyrie Irving, which is clutch. And when I mean clutch, he's a clutch playmaker all around the board. So I'm really going to go with the Boston Celtics. I love Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think he's an MVP candidate, but this series is going to test his MVP candidacy. And I think that we're going to see a flaw in his armor in terms of the series. And the Celtics going to expose it because they have the best team. They don't have the best players, but they have the best players. And they have the best scheme. So, I'm definitely going to go with the Boston Celtics. And that's a gut and a mind thing. So, they're both on the line. Moving on to Western Conference semifinals, you have the Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors took them 6 games to beat the Los Angeles Clippers. The Houston Rockets took 5 games to beat the Utah Jazz. The Houston Rockets have been playing a lot better defense than the Warriors. We all know defense wins championships. The Houston Rockets have better health than the Golden State Warriors. As much as I would like to pick the Golden State Warriors to win this series, I feel that the Houston Rockets are fueled by last year's emotional loss when they lost CP3 and lost the series in 7 games. They're fueled by they missed 27 straight threes, which they don't think is going to happen again. Or 27, 29 straight threes. I don't think they think that's going to happen again either. Stephen Curry and Klay are banged up. Kevin Durant is essentially the one-man band, and he's killing it. So, to me, for the Golden State Warriors to win this series and they don't have Boogie, it's going to take a Herculean effort because the Clippers exposed them in the pick and roll, and the Houston Rockets, that's all they run, pick and roll. And it took the Warriors 6 games to win that series. And it wasn't necessarily that Warriors were horrible or anything. They just couldn't put the Clippers away. Like, that 30-point lead couldn't put them away, no matter what they was throwing at them. You're looking at a more resilient Rockets team with James Harden and CP3. The other night in Utah, James Harden started 0 for 15. They still won that game. So, as much as I would like to see a three-peat and everything like that, I think I'm going to say the Rockets in 7. And I think that's just more of a, it's not of a head thing, because I know that the injuries to Klay and Steph aren't really that serious. I think it's just more of a gut check for me, or a gut feeling where you're looking at it and you're looking at the teams and you do the eye test. Warriors aren't playing Warriors basketball quite yet, and I feel like they're fatigued. And you look at the Houston Rockets, they're playing better defense and they're flying around. Now, granted, they played a team that has no offense, so that's something that can play into my prediction where, you play the Utah Jazz team that doesn't have Kevin Durant or Steph Curry, so that can play into it. But I think the Houston Rockets win this series because they're rested, they're focused, they've been scouting this team, and CP3 is still in the series. He's good to go. I just feel like they are gonna try to dethrone the Warriors, and on top of that, like, the Warriors don't seem cohesive with all the Kevin Durant free agency and everything like that. It's just too many distractions, too many variables for the Warriors. The other day, Steve Kerr was asking them to turn down the music. Draymond Green's like, nah, keep that music on loud or whatever. Like, it's they kind of like, they're breaking down, and as part of it, it's like jealousy over who's getting paid what. Kevin Durant, Draymond Green beef. Steve Kerr not really having their locker room tight. So I just feel like, and the fact that they have home court advantage, and the Rockets have won on their home court twice, one without CP3, one without Harden, and the Warriors drop games at home. So it's just like, to me, it's anybody's series, and I just feel like the Warriors just lack too much mental focus. I'm going with the Rockets in 7. I really hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm gonna be wrong in this case. I don't think I'm gonna be wrong at all. Then that's weird to say when you're looking at defending champs, but I just my gut feeling is telling me it's gonna be a long series, but the Rockets are gonna figure something out. Now I could possibly be wrong. Next series, Portland versus the Denver Nuggets. I'm gonna go with the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, the Denver Nuggets have size and depth. They have bigger guards and they have more depth, in my opinion. But the Portland Trail Blazers, they have the best player in the series, which is Damian Lillard. I'm going to Portland in 6. They have CJ McCollum. They're not going to make the mistakes the Spurs made, which is it's so weird to say that the Spurs make mistakes when they normally don't. But they have 2 stars that are going to show up every single game. LaMarcus and DeMar DeRozan did not show up every single game, and they could not open the floor because they can't shoot threes. Neither one of them couldn't even hit like a wide open 3, honestly speaking. DeMar DeRozan had to dribble into the teeth of the defense. That's why he didn't get a lot of calls. So you're looking at Damian Lillard, who's going to check him? Nobody on that court could check him. Then you have a CJ McCollum, who's going to check him? Nobody. Jamal Murray's a great player, great defender. He's not going to be able to check Damian Lillard. They're not going to be able to shut him down. So the Nuggets are going to have to rely on size. And when you're playing small ball and the Nuggets like to play fast, and you're playing against another small team who has 2 small, fast guards, it's not going to play into your favor. So Mike Malone's really going to have to figure out how to really use Jokic to the max, get the Portland big in foul trouble and his canter, so they can really maximize the series. Because other than that, they're going to lose in 6. The way that Portland's playing, they're playing fast, they're playing loose. They came off an emotional win. Not even an emotional win. They came off a dominant win against the Oklahoma City Thunder. To me, Oklahoma City Thunder are better to... When you look at them, just don't look at the numbers or nothing. Look at them talent-wise. OKC is better than the Nuggets. So that being said, they beat a team with more talent than you have. And now they're facing you. I just feel like everything aligns in Portland's favor. And those are my picks right there. So Celtics over Milwaukee, Rockets over Golden State, which is weird to say. Portland over Denver, and Toronto over the 76ers. Let me know how you feel about these picks. Let me know where you feel I'm wrong. Let me know where you feel I'm right. And let me know your picks. Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Like, comment, and subscribe.